Okay, hey guys, welcome to our power planning for Sunday night. It is already October the 18th. I feel like the month is just flying by. So as always, we're going to kick off our night doing our rate of run. I know the two of you on here know how to do it, but for the rest of you that are watching the replay and possibly some newbies, what you're going to do is get logged into your cloud office. The rate of run is the way we see where you are headed. Hey, Lisa, where you are headed for the end of the month. So in the beginning of the month, it's kind of tricky. We basically do our rate of run based on our projections of what our goals are, but we're clearly halfway through the middle of the month. Now we can actually see what pace our team is going. So what you're going to do is once you're into your cloud, you're going to go down to your business snapshot, click the drop down button. You're going to go to where it says current QV. You're going to take that number and you're going to divide it by 18 because today's the 18th of the month. So that number divided by 18 is going to show you what you and your team have done so far this month. Sorry, I'm talking and typing. And then the new number that you're looking at, you're going to multiply that by 31 because there's 31 days in the month. So based on what you and your team have done thus far, the new number, the last number that you're looking at where you multiply it by 31, that's what you are projected to end the month at as a team, should you keep the pace that you're going. Now, your pace could slow down, your pace could speed up. That's up to you, but this gives you a good idea of where you're headed. So based on the number that you're looking at, you will now know if you need to push some stuff into gear, or you'll be able to tell if some stuff that you've been pushing in gear is actually starting to work. Maybe you've tried something new this month. Maybe you've been going live more often, or you've been doing challenges with your team and you're seeing the volume from it. Or maybe you've been hands off this month and you're seeing the lack of volume from it. Like whatever is happening with your number, this is a great way for you to have an idea. We've already had we've already had 3 auto ships, 2 regular and 1 of the new ones. And so the number you're looking at is, plus that was double, triple has fallen in there. So that should be a slightly inflated number probably because we've already had auto ships and double, triple. But it might not be, I don't know. But again, that number is going to kind of grade your team effort so far. It's going to show you where you need to improve. So I always want to start with that because I feel like if you don't know where you are, you don't know where you're headed. And I want everybody to always have at least some idea. Like if you are shooting for the auto bonus and you just saw that you and your team are at 4,000, you're below. You've got to kick it into gear. Maybe you just saw that you're at 8,000. Maybe you're like right on track for it. But it's always good to have an idea. And again, like I said, the rate that you're going can change, but again, if you know where you are, you can help adjust that rate itself. So I always like to start with that. So we have a lot to go over tonight. We have a lot of things. I hope you have a sheet of paper or a calendar in front of you because I'm getting ready to rattle off, 4 or 5 things that you need to make sure you have written down this week alone. We have an auto ship for the 20th and the 25th. That 20th auto ship is new. This is the first time this month that's ever happened. Some of you may not have anybody. I didn't think I was going to have anybody on the 10th because it was new, but a girl had gone in and adjusted her auto ship to the 10th. So you always want to make sure you check, log in. And again, for those of you that are new, how you're going to check on this is you're going to get into your cloud. You're going to go into the, like up at the main menu, you're going to click the My Team button. Then you're going to click My Customers. Now you're going to, at the very top, you see where it says customer number, customer name, email. You're going to scroll all the way to the far right where it says next auto ship. And in that box that says next auto ship, you're going to hit it twice. And that's going to put everybody in order of date. And so anybody that shows 1020 or 1025 for an auto ship, write their names down right now. I'm going to give you a couple minutes to do that right now. And I will do it with you. Pull up my page. So anybody that has an auto ship for 1020 or 1025, we are writing their names down right here, right now. And for those of you that work more than one account, maybe you work your husband's, make sure you're also checking that account because people can slip through the crack. I had it happen last month. So make sure you log in and do both of those. But the names that you're writing down right now are the people who are on schedule for an auto ship on the 20th or the 25th of the month. You guys, your auto ship people, and I know I harp on this every single Sunday, but your auto ship people are the bread and butter of your business. So those are the people that you need to be in contact with frequently, not just once a month, not just a, hey, your auto ship's going to run. That's why I like to write, like, so for instance, auto ship's not going to run until the 25th. I'm going to contact all of these people tonight and just ask them how their weekend was. First, I'm going to scroll through their Facebook and see, where's my list? I just wrote it down. I know 2 people were at like a pumpkin patch with their kids. So I'm going to ask how the pumpkin patch was. One girl I know took a vacation to Florida and they just got there. So I'm going to, where are you staying? Like, I'm going to just start conversations about non-Thrive related stuff because A, they're my friends, B, they're my customers. And then that gives me a definite connection with them so that then when I follow up tomorrow or the next day and say, hey, you're on my list for the auto ship this month, or, on the 25th, then it's not so weird that I just pop out of nowhere. So please remember on your auto ships, especially this month when you're talking to people about that, you cannot use the Thrive Pink Ribbon DFTs like in the sets, like in the experience packs. But if somebody wants to swap out for that, they can do line items. So that's an option. I always ask if they want to change a flavor. Do they want to change? Typically, I ask if they're set with their flavors or if they want to change their patterns. But specifically this month, I'm also asking people if they want to switch to the Pink Ribbon Ultra or Black, or I don't know, Pink Ribbon Label, like whatever you should call it. Because, most people, they're super cute and most people love that because $5 goes to the Breast Cancer Foundation. So make sure you start conversations with them tonight or tomorrow, especially tonight or tomorrow for the 20th, because you don't have much time. But again, I know like most people probably don't have that, but I'm sure you guys have some for the 25th. Okay, so on your calendar this week, tomorrow night, Monday night at 7 p.m. Central and 8 p.m. Eastern, we have a State of Lavelle call with Paul and Jason. They are going to announce the people who won the free cars, which will be exciting. But even more exciting is Jason's already been hinting about it on his Instagram. And then today he let it leak on Facebook. But they're upcoming product launches that they might give us a hint or a peek. So I'm guessing that they will, because they typically say that and then do that. So that's definitely something you want to be on. Remember that though, that corporate line will fill up fairly quickly. So keep your eyes out. And I know in my team page, we try to post bridge lines. I know other teams probably do that as well. A lot of the leaders will also go live, say on their computer, and they'll just hold the phone up to it so you can actually listen to the call live. But just know if you don't get dialed in early and you try to dial in and it says it's full and kicks you out, like don't panic. There'll be other ways to get that information, but just keep your eyes out ahead of time. So again, the call will officially start at 7 Central, 8 Eastern, but typically Paul gets on there a little early and starts chatting just to kind of warm up the crowd. So keep that in mind. That is, I don't know what they're going to do for sure, because the Instagram post, and I think it was today, the same as Facebook, but Jason talked about a 10-day detox. So I don't know what that means. I don't know if they're going to talk about existing products that we have and how you can use them in a different way for 10 days, or if they have something new that they're going to put out. I don't know. We'll see tomorrow, right? We'll hear tomorrow. Something else to put on your calendar, and this is going to be Saturday, this coming Saturday, the 24th at 10 Central, 11 Eastern. This is kind of one of those super Saturday trainings, but this one is, I don't know, even more so special than like the regular, because it specifically said that Paul, Drew, and Jason, all three are going to be on the celebration, and they are going to be launching a new Thriving magazine. They are going to be having a ton of training, and they're also going to be giving peeks of new Lavelle gear, which will be awesome because I've been on that. I have $60 store credit to use, and I can't find nothing I want or that they have in stock. So that should be a fun one too. And you guys remember when you are doing things like let's say it's you and a couple of your Thrivers, or I know for a fact this Saturday there's a large group of Thrivers that will be together. take pictures and send those into Lavelle, or make sure that you're taking pictures of your group, like doing, listening into the state of Lavelle or listening into the training, and then put those on your stories and tag Lavelle, because they're doing a really good job of like resharing our stuff and promoting that. So those are two like specific hardcore. Saturday. Saturday is 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern. So yeah, for you, Sonia, 11. Okay, so not necessarily date related things, but please remember that earlier this month when they were doing the double, triple promotion, they also had that $25 credit for new accounts. Those credits are still good. You can't continue to get them for new people. That's done. But those credits that they got are good through the end of the month. So don't forget. And you know, some of you may not know how to do this, because I know right now all the faces I see you do. But if you were to go into your cloud, go into, again, the My Customer or the My Team, and then go into My Customers, like at the top where it says customer name, blah, blah, blah. I think right after a location, it says customer sense. Again, hit that twice. And that's going to show you when people created their customer accounts, and anyone that started an account from, I believe it was the 5th through the 13th. I forget. I should have the dates. Anyway, when the promo was, go to your emails and see 16th. So, okay. Thank you, Sonia. Those people have $25 sitting in their account if they didn't already order. So keep track of that. And I've got one right here that I don't know. Interesting. So see, it helps. It's important to go through your customer list. But that's one thing to keep track of this month. Like, make sure you're following up with those people. You know, they either gave you the email and allowed you to set up the account, or they got on and they set up the account. So clearly there's an interest or something, there's a spark of some kind. So again, just keep the conversations going with them, ask them how they're doing, what's going on in their life. You know, maybe somebody's been watching you and then saw the $25 and thought, yeah, I want to do it. But now maybe they're kind of that, you know, I don't know, maybe I'm worried. So just keep the lines of communication open with them, because they have till the end of the month to use that. Also, in relation to that double, triple, if you offered rebates to people, if you were doing like a rebate for like the large packs, the extra, the double, triple, actual extra commission hits this week. So if you owe people rebates, make sure you write their names down and make sure you get them there, whether you Venmo, PayPal, however you do it. This is the week that the money's coming to you. Okay. So then the last thing on the general list is what I think most people are probably focused on. Is the tracker in the back for Cabo, in the back of your office for Cabo. So no matter how you look at that tracker, no matter if you're brand new or if you're 200K, that tracker only fills up for new people, new blood. So what I'm going to spend the rest of our Zoom talking about is how do we get new blood? And I'm going to open the chat, because as I'm talking about this stuff, I want you guys to throw in your thoughts and your ideas as well, because I don't have it all, right? So I'm just going to go through a list. I'm going to throw out some ideas, throw out some things that I try to do. And it's just literally all about finding new people, because to me, that's what we as promoters do constantly. If you're doing your 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 every day, or whatever your calendar challenge, whatever you're calling it, your goal is to find new people. Everything that I just covered with you, like the auto ships, tracking down the customers that have credits, that's kind of customer service related stuff. And then this is like the sales portion of it, where you are looking for new business. So auto ships are your bread and butter. New business is the lifeline of your business, because you got to keep filling that bread and butter bowl, right? All right, so reach outs and conversations. How do you do reach outs and conversations? Birthdays, commenting on people's posts, commenting on their stories, because remember that puts you right in their inbox. It's a great way of sending a message without truly sending a message. And please make sure you're always asking questions. So don't just tell someone happy birthday, ask them how they're celebrating it. Don't just tell somebody that pumpkin patch looked really fun. Ask them which one they went to, or I mean, they probably tagged it. You know, what did they think of it? Was it worth going? Should I take my kids, or should I take my grandkids, or however? Make sure when you're reaching out to people, it's genuine and curious. Like I always try to I don't know, sometimes during the day I'm like buzzing around and I'm like, okay, sit down, be curious, like put your curious cap on or whatever you're gonna call it, and start asking people a lot of questions. And you can churn out a ton of questions in a short period of time. And yes, your phone they might start responding, but that doesn't mean you have to answer them in the moment. Just you're getting those conversations started. It might be 2 or 3 hours later, or it might be at the end of the day. You know, maybe you kick off your morning asking 20 questions, like make that your new game. I'm going to ask 20 questions in the morning before I even leave for work. And I'm going to answer, or, you know, respond to 20 answers when I get home at night. That little thing alone will totally change your business right there. Other ways we find new people, we create posts, right? We make posts on social media. However, you can't just throw out a post and then like sit back and wait. Like it's not magic like that. If it was, I'd be a millionaire because I make a ton of posts. But something you need to think about when you're making your post, be specific and intentional with who you want to be talking to in your post. So, you know, sometimes you're going to have just something funny, which is always good. And sometimes you're going to have like one of those, like I threw out one the other day where like, what's the weirdest thing or something like that that somebody threw at you as a sibling. Those are just good to boost your algorithm, to get people talking to you. Like people will comment on those that won't comment on anything else. But then out of nowhere, you also need to throw in something intentional and direct, like make it focused. So it could be something as simple as, hey, all you moms. Like you can literally start the post off like that. Like, so right away, if you're a mom, you're like, what is she talking about? What is she, you know, hey, all you moms, do you need more sleep? Hey, all you moms, I found this new thing that works great, like whatever. Or you can be like, you could wait until maybe late at night one night and be, hey, all you third shift workers, like be specific, like grab a certain group of people. And you can even like, you know, kind of, again, Paul used to always call your calendar your game board, but I totally get it because to me, it's all about playing a game. Like, so if I ask 20 questions in the morning, that's one game. And then maybe one game is that on Mondays, I talk to moms. I'm not a mom, but that doesn't mean I can't offer moms something. Like I have something to offer a mother, right? I have Rest Gel. I have Thrive. Like I have so many things that moms could use. So kind of play a game with that you're consistent. Like, don't just ask, like, my thing is if on October 1st, you threw out a hey moms kind of post or something specific to moms, and then you didn't talk to the mom group for the rest of the month, you're not really engaging with moms. Do you see what I'm saying? So like be kind of consistent. So maybe on Mondays, it's geared more towards parents. On Tuesdays, maybe you're gearing something towards students. On Wednesdays, maybe you're gearing something towards people who need money. Maybe they've lost their job. But just stay consistent in your approach so that group keeps getting peaked, like in their interest keeps getting peaked on your feed. The more specific and intentional you are, the more you're going to start showing up in people's feed. And then I also put, still, you guys, there are days where I'm like, I don't have a good picture. I don't want to take it. Like I look like this. Like I don't want to take a picture. Go to Lavelle's Instagram, and I do say specifically their Instagram before I say their Facebook, just because they post in there before they post on Facebook. I don't know if you guys have noticed that or not, but they're definitely using Instagram more and more and more as a priority. You can screenshot some of their great pictures and then use those in your posts. If you're in the Vibin' and Thriving group, almost every single post I've made where I've put the, like, you know, shout out Saturday or whatever over top of it, those pictures will all come from their Lavelle Instagram. Those same pictures will eventually end up in Facebook, but if you're looking for something like new and current, it'll show up in Instagram first. So sometimes when I'm like, I want something fresh and new, what was that group? The group for the pictures, it's the Lavelle Instagram. I don't know if that's the actual question you're asking, Glenna. Does somebody else know what maybe she meant that I don't understand? I think that's what she meant. Where I'm stealing the pictures, I'm stealing it from Lavelle's Instagram because it's going in there much quicker than it does in Facebook.
No, I thought you said something like Vibin' and Thriving, or what was that?
Oh, so we have a customer group. Now I know what you're saying. I'm sorry. We have a customer group on our team called Vibin' and Thriving, and it's just like where we put all of our customers, and we just like are constantly doing customer related stuff to kind of keep them excited. I know Brittany Williams has one called Thriving from the Inside Out. So that's what that's the group I meant. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about where I was putting, or, you know, anyway. Okay. So yeah, so steal from that. Like anytime you're like not sure what to do or what to use, just steal. They have the best pictures. They're already done. You know, they're compliant because they put them up there. So steal from Lavelle all the time. So another way that we get new people, and you guys have heard this before, but I'm going to say it again, share your story. Duh. So how can you share it? Through videos. You can do Facebook Lives. You can do opportunity lives. You can do you can share your story through stories on like Instagram or Facebook, and then obviously through Facebook posts. And again, like nobody, I shouldn't say nobody, but I personally don't like opening Facebook and seeing a story that's, you know, a post that's this big. So you don't have to share your whole story every single time. It could just be snippets. You know, like maybe one day you talk about how it's so like, I'm Sonia, I'm going to pick on you. Like it's so much. Yeah. Okay. It's so easy to drive on the highway now that I've got my black label. Like you could just share little snippets along the way. It doesn't have to be the whole thing. And again, that's a great way to share it in your stories. You know, what you could focus on different things at a time, but make sure you're sharing why you thrive, what it's done for you, not just that you love it, because clearly you love it. Why do you love it? You know, like, again, be more specific, be intentional. And then the other thing you can do too is share other people's stories. We have a plethora. You can interview other thrivers, which there's a million thrivers under Maria that are related to you. So you can interview them. We have the fan page. Thank you, because I did a whole post. Oh, you did? I did not know. But you know what? Oh, so let me back up then, because now that you have that, because it's like for me, I think a lot of people have sent their stories into Lavelle where it is like the big story. What you can take that story, copy it, and then like paste it into a Word document and print that out in front of you, and then go through and highlight different aspects of it. And then you can take those sentences, and that could be like Monday's post. And then the next group could be Wednesday's post. And the next group, like you've already done all the work, but now break it up into chunks. Because it's not that nobody will sit and read the whole thing, but you're going to get more out of it. So you've already done all the work, you've already written it. So now you can literally reuse that. That's a really good way of like spending time making one piece of content and then breaking it down into smaller, you know, and same thing, now that you have those few sentences, you can just copy and paste those into your story with a picture of yourself. So yeah. So sorry, I promise I wasn't picking on you. But so back to sharing other people's stories. We have the fan page. We have an incredible YouTube. Lavelle Brands has an incredible YouTube channel with really well-made videos that you guys can share left and right. Some of them are product related. Some of them are customer related. Some of them are promoter related, but they're all really good and they're all public. So it's not like you have to worry about sharing something and then hoping that it's, you know, compliant or okay to share. It's out there. They've already put it out there on purpose. Do remember, like, so I think I'm a big fan of interviewing other thrivers. Same thing. You want to keep it short and simple, but make sure you coach the person you're going to interview ahead of time and remind them of compliance, because there's nothing quite like being in the middle of a live and everything's going great. And then they start rattling off medication or I don't know, stuff that's wrong with them. And then you're like, red alert, I gotta turn you off now. So coach them ahead of time, especially for new people, because new people are so excited and they're the ones that really, truly want to share, but they also either don't know the rules or they forget the rules. One of the ways that is currently working for me to get new people, ask for referrals. If you have, go back to that bread and butter list, those people that you send thank you cards to, those people that auto ship with you, talk to them about who they know that would want to thrive. Now, I don't ask them to do all the work for me. I just say, who do you know that I should talk to? You know, you've had such, you know, like one girl in particular, you know, you've lost 20 pounds and you feel so good. Who do you know that needs that? And she was like, well, maybe so-and-so and so-and-so. All I say is, can you put me in a group chat with them in Facebook or Instagram, however they're connected? She's like, yeah, that's where my last 3 customers have come from. It's been from customer referrals. So I know a lot of times we're like, yeah, but if they would just go talk to people, they could get their Thrive for free. Doesn't mean that to them yet. You know, now, like for instance, this girl, so I have my last 3 customers, 2 have come from one customer. They've been referrals of hers. So just last month, this month actually. Yeah, last month I got the 2 new ones, and this month she got to actually experience free Thrive. Well, let me tell you, now that she's experienced it, now she gets it. Now she's all about that. Now she's like, you know who else needs to talk? You know, you need to talk to this girl and that girl. But prior to that, it was just like muddy water to her, like free Thrive. Like, what does that mean? Like, do I get a free box of shakes or like, you know, no. Now she totally understands what I mean when I say free Thrive. And now she's all about it. So I try to do the work in the beginning. But again, by saying to them, who do you know? And they say, well, you know, maybe Sally, put Sally in a chat. And then they see me talk to Sally. And then they see me add my upline to that chat. And then we're doing this whole thing together. By the time this girl becomes a promoter someday, because I just know she totally will, she already knows how to do all that. She won't even question doing a three-way chat because that's all she has seen me do with probably 5 or 6 of her friends at this point. So again, we're just, you know, teaching people how to do it early, but also making it easy for her to thrive for free and for me to find new people. And on that same token, remember when you're talking to your happy thrivers about who they might know, happy thrivers make amazing promoters. Again, I don't think people should be pushed into it, tricked into it, bribed into it, all that stuff, because then you just have a whole bunch of promoters on your team that don't really want to promote, which is super frustrating. But those are the people that do, like I said, now that the girl, like now when I say to Brandy, free Thrive, she gets it. So, and she also trusts me and totally believes me even more than she used to, because now she has seen it. So now when I say something to her about a, you know, a VIP $800, $400 cash bonus, she knows Tammy's not making this up. This is legit. This is, you know, this is what she told me before, and that's what actually happened. So again, just keep kind of nursing that relationship until the person is ready. The other thing that I think is a great way, I got to get a drink. I've done a lot of talking. Sorry. Woo. The other thing that I think is a great way to get new people started is to do some sort of sample blitz. Now, I don't know how many of you have been around for a while, but if you know of Billy Holderby, when he first started, so I want to say he lives in Oklahoma. Billy is just a sweet country boy. And he got this Thrive stuff and he liked it and he thought it was pretty cool. And he actually put a post out on Facebook that he was going to be at the Walmart parking lot at a certain Walmart at a certain time on a certain day. And if anybody wanted to come pick up a sample, that's where he would be. You guys, that's genius. Like, you could totally do that. You could meet, you could set a time and a place. I would definitely keep it public and in the daylight because people can be weird. Maybe have your spouse with you or have a girl gang. But you could already have, like, especially right now, you could have like a trick or treat, right? Trunk or treat, like have the samples in the trunk and people could come get them. You could also do, I forget what the name of it is, but where like people are meeting on they're getting people together on a Saturday morning and they say, you know, come hungry, like, please don't eat before you come. Yeah. Thrive and treat. Yes. Thank you. Dawn did the thrive and treat. But you could say something to somebody like on a Saturday morning, you know, come hungry, please don't eat before you come. And then when they get there, they take their capsules, you talk all about the Thrive, you visit, you do all the things. 20 minutes later, they have a shake. And then I would definitely have, like, I don't know, muffins or something for people because you made them come hungry. So, but that's also a good way of doing it. So, because I think sometimes we overthink. I'm a huge fan of the trial packs that come out of the company, like the ones that you buy from the back office. I love that they look awesome, that they go straight there, that we get emails, that the customer get emails, that you've got that report in your back office to see who has gotten them and that you need to follow up with. But I'm also a huge fan of just not overthinking the process and being like, hey, I'm going to be in the Berry Intermediate School parking lot on Friday at 6 p.m. I don't know, whatever. Just trying to think when school wouldn't be in session. And the first 10 people that show up, I have a 2-day mini experience. Like, whatever you want to come prepared to pass out or to give to people. You'd be surprised how many people are going to be more up for that than they are messaging you about something. She had Thrive bars and popcorn chips. Yeah. Oh yeah. Duh. That's the perfect thing to have for people. So those, and the other thing too, it's cold, dark, and here in Ohio already, but cafe for people that like coffee, you could always have hot cafe ready for people as well. But so there's just again, just ideas, like things to think outside the box, like get out of your rut. Because I know sometimes I'll be like, okay, I've done my 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I've been doing my reach outs. I've done my birthdays. Where are the people, right? But then I have to think, when was the last time I shared a true snippet of my story? When was the last time I shared like something as simple as a Lavelle fan page story? When was the last time I interviewed another Thriver or got interviewed by another Thriver? You just have to keep things, going. And because we did that mastermind as a team, like we were like face to face again. It was so awesome this month already, just a few weeks ago. You forget how great it is to be face to face to people. So, yeah. Oh, thanks. I love it. She had her ball cap. Some people might be, I don't know what you could call it, masks and something like, tell people to wear their masks and meet you in the parking lot and get their Thrive samples. Like, keep it COVID okay, but then just do it, like get face to face with people. Like I know I crave it. And as much as I knew I craved it, I didn't realize till I was in the room with actual other humans, how much I crave like being around happy Thrivers. So just give them an opportunity to come get a sample from you, come get a trial pack from you. Okay, so that's all I wrote down. I think the big thing to take away today is to make sure you're doing your, your auto ships. Make sure you're talking to your auto shippers, because nobody wants their credit card to get hit that they weren't prepared for. And there's nothing worse than somebody getting their auto ship and then going, oh, I really wanted to try, XYZ. Like I had a girl one time after her auto ship came, she was like, oh, I really wanted to try that Blast. So she was going to go on and order a box of Blast. Do you know what shipping is on one box of Blast versus if she had just thrown it in on the auto ship? So I covered her shipping because I felt bad about that. But again, that's your chance. Like if somebody's been thinking about something, someone's been wanting to try something, it's so much easier for them to say, just add it to my auto ship than placing a separate order. Not only for shipping reasons, but just mental reasons. Like you already know you have something coming, just throw that on versus, yeah, let me log in and make another order. And then just keep your focus on new people for Cabo. It's just as well as your business. I mean, PPA that is where your business, that's where your business grows. So keep an eye on that. And I think that's all I have. Does anybody have any questions? Anything I didn't cover that I should have? I made sure to talk about having the credits last through the end of the month, Lisa Cook, because you were so good about that last time reminding me. You ingrained it in my head. Okay. All right. Well, with that, I'm going to let you go because it's Sunday night and you got to get ready for tomorrow. So if you need anything, let me know and I'll see you guys here next Sunday. Bye.